Thank you, Amanda. Did you know your name means lovable, from the Latin amare, meaning to love?
Yes, I do know that, because you tell me that every time you're here. Can I get you anything else?
No. Yes. The Wordmeister would like to know what day of the week it is.
Who?
The Wordmeister. Me.
Tuesday?
Tuesday. How we get the names of the days of the week is a fascinating story, and I will tell it to you now. And you will be fascinated by it. The names of the days of the week in English are based on the names of the days that the ancient Romans gave them, but with some interesting changes. The Romans themselves based them on the names that the ancient Greeks gave them, and the Greeks named them after the 7 celestial objects in the sky, which also happened to be the names of their gods. If a Roman soldier had an appointment to, say, crucify Balbar the Barbarian, and that appointment fell on a Monday, he would have said it took place on Dies Lunae, day of the moon. In Southern Europe, where languages like French and Spanish morphed out of Latin, the names of the days of the week are clearly based on the Latin originals.
Is this man bothering you?
Ah, the lovable Amanda. Tell me, how do you say Monday in Spanish?
Lunes?
Clearly then, the Spanish lunes is based on the Latin luna. The same is true for Tuesday, dies Martis in Latin, day of Mars, martes in Spanish. Wednesday, dies Mercurii, day of Mercury, miércoles in Spanish. Thursday, dies Jovis, day of Jove, jueves in Spanish. Friday, dies Veneris, day of Venus, viernes in Spanish. The last 2 names in Spanish are not based on the original Roman terms, so we'll skip them for now.
Here's your bill, sir. I should mention we have a strict no loitering policy.
Now, in barbarian Northern Europe, just as the Romans had taken the idea of 7 days from the Greeks and changed Greek gods to Roman gods, so the Germanic people in the cold places beyond the Alps gave their names of the week to Germanic gods. Instead of Dies Lunae, day of the moon, a Northern European would have said something like Moon Day, which eventually becomes Monday. I gotta go. Furious, take it away.
Next, the idiotic hairy barbarians replaced the perfectly nice Dies Martis, day of Mars, with a day of Tu, Tu being these simple creatures' war god, as Mars is the Romans' war god. Then these idiots, for reasons no one understands, changed Dies Mercurii, day of Mercury, to Woden's day, which is where the word Wednesday comes from. Now, Woden is basically the Viking god Odin, and he has nothing to do with Mercury, so I have no idea why they gave him this day. Let's see, Thursday's obvious. It's really Thor's day. You know, the Germanic god Thor, the one with the hammer. He was a god of thunder, as Jupiter is a god of thunder. You know, that one makes sense, actually. Dies Veneris, day of Venus, became Friday after the Germanic goddess Frigg, who was a woman naturally. Saturday was named after the god Saturn, who isn't a Germanic god at all, but apparently you lot got a bit lazy on that one. Lastly, Dies Solis, day of the sun, becomes Sunday. Glad you imbeciles didn't screw that one up.
By the way, if you giggled when you heard that the Roman way of saying Day of Venus was Dies Veneris, well, good for you. Veneris, you're right, is where we get the English word venereal from, as in VD, venereal disease. Oh, disease you get from love from Venus. Get it? Interesting, right? Well, Tempest Fugit, Wordmeister out!
Wordmeister, Wordmeister, singing to you about words and things you never heard. Wordmeister, Wordmeister, he's good at Pictionary, but he doesn't like Webster's Dictionary. You can learn about words with him, he'll be happy to explain. His